How to use analog equipment in a DAW in a digital workflow? That's a question that I got asked by Derek Brown, one of my top patrons who pledges so much that he can request one video every month. And this month we agreed that I would make a video about this subject. So today I'm showing you how you can insert your analog equipment using the Reinsert plugin. I'm also showing you how to do this in mono because you need to do this in a special way. I'm showing you a method to save the audio coming out of the Reinsert plugin. And I'm also showing you my own method that I use to insert my console and other analog stuff. Let's get started. Alright, so I have a piece of audio over here. It's a stereo file. It is called Sandstorm by Darude. I forgot that joke in my last video. And what I'm inserting on this is the Reinsert plugin. This is a pretty basic and straightforward plugin. What this simply does is it breaks the signal chain in order for you to route something in between it. I cannot draw it right now, but it's super simple. I just need to select where I want to send my audio to, so I can send it to all my Neumann channels or master left and right. I did name these channels myself, by the way. It's not that you will also see Neumann channels. And in this case I'm routing it to Neumann 3 and 4, which are two EQs on my console. The hardware return is the channel on which the audio is coming back for your insert. It's super simple and straightforward. And I'm using two subgroups for this, subgroup 3 and 4. And if I press play right now, you will see that it is inserted in between the audio, and I can demo this, of course. If I pull down my faders over here, we'll see that it indeed is inserted in between the console. So what Reinsert can do is it can detect the latency between your audio interface and it can compensate for that. So when I press ping detect, it will send a short signal through my audio interface and through the console to detect what the exact latency is, so you have phase accurate processing in it. To be honest, I don't think the latency adjustment is accurate. More on this later. So this is all cool and this is all pretty straightforward. But what happens if you want to do this on a mono channel? So let's delete it over here and let's get to a kick. As you can see, this is also a mono file. But when we go to the routing settings of Reaper, we cannot make the track a mono one channel track. It will always be a two channel track. The reason for this is that our master bus is a stereo track and that we always mix to stereo. It's pretty rare when we mix to a mono file. So the track will always stay stereo. And that's also what our Reinsert plugin thinks. It thinks that it's a stereo plugin. And we need to select both left and right. But as I can tell you, like nobody else, analog equipment is super expensive. And we don't want to use two expensive EQs for one signal. And this is also where Derek's main question came from. How do I need to handle this? And I did dig into this because I don't use the Reinsert plugin myself. But what I came up with is selecting the 2 in 2 out setup and just say that you want, just move this block to the left. What you're saying over here is that you only want to use the left output of this plugin as the input of your sound in your DAW. Because right now I can simply remove the right channel of the plugin, and when I play back the kick right now, it's in mono and it's also running through just one channel. Whereas if I would have it in a normal setting, so 4, but now I have two channels, as you can see, which isn't necessary. So I hope that clears things up already a bit. Well, this is all nice, so let's just say that we have one kick. We made a great EQ curve. We have the signal over here, and we actually want to keep this. We want to record this. So what Derek is doing, which is actually a pretty genius kind of way, is he then routes it to a new channel, just internal routing, just send and receive, and then record output mono latency compensated. And if I now record the signal over here, I am in fact registering what I'm getting from the console, and if I leave this running throughout the whole track, I will end up with a new channel that has the audio in it, and that I don't need my analog equipment anymore. I can use it for something else. You understand this? A simpler method for this is, let me make a new channel for this, let me remove this. How I use it is actually pretty simple. I make a new channel. I remove the old channel from the master send, that it doesn't sit in the way of the master. I route it to the output I need it, so to the equipment that I need it, and I also select on the receiving channel where it is coming from, in this case subgroup 3. And then put it into record, put it into monitoring, record monitoring. And now I have the EQs inserted on this channel. And as you can see, the difference between sending and receiving is pretty small, whereas in that reinsert plugin, the difference was actually very big. And that's the strange thing from that reinsert plugin, because I'm not experiencing that much latency when I'm just doing it like this. And the best part of this is that I can simply press record right now and then it will write it back to the DAW. I hope that clears things up a bit for you and the rest of my viewers. If so, let me know with a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment below with IGs for future videos or something else you want to say to me. This video was sponsored by Derek Brown, one of my patrons. You can also become a patron by clicking over here. And while you're clicking away, I suggest also clicking on one of my other videos over here. Thanks a lot for watching this one, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye bye.